Jerome, that shot you hit, I guess if you were back a foot more, it would have won the game. Take me through that shot. Were you trying to get a three, or are you not even conscious of that at that point?
I wasn't even really conscious of it. It's just Tilman made two great plays beforehand, enabling us to even get to that point. And you know, I was just kind of like an outlet. If he didn't have the ball that third time, he didn't think he could. He just pitched it back, and I was just hoping to give my team a chance to compete for more time.
Tilman, with the points being as hard as they were to come by, was there any conscious thought on your part there in the middle of the second half to maybe penetrate a little bit more than you had earlier in the game?
Yeah, I see that our offense was a little stagnant and that we were having trouble getting the ball in the hole. So I just wanted to attack and help my team any way I could. And I could see the big man was really leaving me a little bit, so that gave me a chance to get to the basket a little more. So, yeah.
I guess either one of you or both of you, in looking at this sheet, I mean, the two guards are 5 for 28, and they only got it to the big guy 7 times. It sounds like you were doing something right on defense. Did you feel coming out of you didn't stop them the whole time, but did you feel coming out of this game that you played good defense today? And I guess going in, I tried to stop the big man too and win or lose by the outside shot too. Did you feel like you pretty much accomplished what you came out to do?
Yeah, our main focus this game was stopping number one and moving the switches. I think our bigs, Siena and Jerome, did a good job doing that. And yeah, for the shooting guards, we knew they had a couple shooters, number 3 and number 33 on the wing, and we just wanted to close out as hard as possible and try to make them put them on the floor. So I think we gave ourselves a chance to win on the defensive end, but we just came up short at that.
Jerome, how much were you involved in covering the big guy, and how tough is he? How tough a player is he to cover?
He's a strong individual, and it was just, we worked on it all week in practice, double teaming him, and working on which side we were going to come and scouting out his tendencies. And so we just pushed each other hard in practice, and we just did a good job of helping each other out a lot as much as we could on that number one, because we knew he was one of their primary sources of scoring. So they just really focused on helping each other shut that down.
That's all I got for the two players.
Just in overtime, I mean, were they doing anything different to stifle you, or was it basically just a lot of the same stuff?
Yeah,
the shots just didn't fall?
It was exactly the same as regulation. We got all the shots we wanted. We got it to our shooters on the wing and down low, but we just didn't connect. Yeah, all our shots were clean shots, so we just didn't drop.
Anything else? Thank you, guys. Coach, yep.
I thought our guys off the bench did a nice job. I thought Jerome came in and gave us a lift. Isaiah came in and made a basket or two. So I thought that was positive again tonight. And, the young guys, I mean, if you look, I think our young guys stepped up and made some plays, and that's, that's kind of who we are.
I'll ask you the same question I asked them. Did you feel like defensively you all did what you set out to accomplish?
Yeah, we tried to, make it hard for number one. I mean, he's the leading rebounder in the nation. We tried to get it out of his hands and try to make somebody else beat us. We didn't take the baseline away, and that's something we worked on. He loves a spin baseline. We just couldn't get our big guys to get their foot on the baseline and let them run into him. They just didn't grasp that. I thought we played okay defensively. We had too many penetrations in our zone. They drove it on the wing there late. It was a big play. But again, it was a young kid on the wing. It was a young kid on the wing. It was a young kid in the post. So it's it's a thing in motion. But I thought defensively, I thought they tried. I thought they really tried to play hard, and that's what we're trying to get them to, try to play at a different level and try to play as hard as they can.
And your possessions look so much more organized, I think. How much than last year? How much does Tilman?
Well, Tilman's a good player. He's a good point guard. We have to. We got to execute a little better. Other guys get a little excited, but he's pretty calm with the ball. And what he can do is he can break some defenses down, and like he showed in the second half, he can get to the basket. We just didn't have that in the past. So now we can ball screen more and try to cut him loose a little bit and let him create and kick for some other guys. But he's a pretty confident kid with the ball, and people probably aren't going to take it from him. And so it's positive. You know, it's you know, one thing I think for our team has been we're trying to get some guys and work with those guys and get better every day, and I think they are. I mean, we're much better than we were a week ago, and that's good to see. But our point guard play has been better. And I thought Brendan White came in, he made 2 big shots first half, and trying to give him some confidence. And you know, I think he's been solid as well. And I think the competition in practice has been good. I think he's done a nice job of pushing Tilman.
And you talked a bit about the freshmen earlier on, and I know you have to count on them, but I think in the last 15 minutes, everybody, the non-freshmen accounted for like 1 point down the stretch, basically. Is it a concern that maybe almost too reliant on freshmen, or is that just where you're at?
Yeah, that's just who we are. I mean, I don't, sure, I love guys to do a little more. I just don't know if, you know, they just haven't, and we'd love to have them. You know, Worth Smith can make, he's better than 1 for 5. Vetterini's better than 1 for 11. He's made shots. I mean, those 2 guys have got to play better for us. They got to stick the ball in the hole. We got to get Isaiah playing a little bit better. You know, it's my job is to get some of the juniors playing a little bit better, and a sophomore like Worth. I mean, we act like Worth is, you know, he's played 400 minutes in his career, 500 minutes, and he's an older guy. I mean, you know, he's only a sophomore, so we are who we are, and we can't change that, but we're not going to use it as an excuse, as I told these kids. You know, I don't care, we're not going to use it as an excuse. I think my last year at East Tennessee State, we went to the NCAA tournament, I think I played 2 juniors, a sophomore, and 2 freshmen. And won the league and got to the tournament. It's just understanding your roles. As I might say to them, as be who you are, everybody else is taken. You know, try to be who you are. And we had some guys take some shots that they can't shoot. You know, they shouldn't shoot those. And those are turnovers for us. You know, big fella took 1 in overtime. That's not who he is. You know, and I've got to get that across to him. You know, you get excited in the game, you're open. Well, there's a reason you're open. So we've got to get stuff like that cleaned up.
You look a lot more disruptive on defense. Where does that come from?
Well, we're trying to play better defense. Believe me, we worked all last year. I mean, these kids are a little. We got some more athleticism on the floor. We got a little more toughness on the floor. So I think it's. You know, we're going to continue to grind them and try to defend a little bit better. You know, every day is. You know, we got 3 things we're trying to build this program on: defense, rebounding, and taking care of the ball. Those are the 3 things that I harp on to them every single day, Kevin. It's defense, rebounding, take care of the ball, get good shots. Now, this team was bigger than us inside. They got us rebounding a couple times. Backside, we weren't 6'8", 6'9", and 250. So we're trying, but like I told them, we got to have them. I don't care what you do. You got to have the ball, and you got to overcome. And that's important for us to defend and to rebound the ball.
Has Jerome been coming on a bit?
Yeah, and he has been coming on a little bit, and you know, he does some good things, you know. But he's a tough kid, and he'll fight, and that's what we're looking for. I mean, he'll fight you. I mean, we always talk to our staff about recruiting and stuff, and like one of the things is, you know, if you're in a fight, who do you want on your squad? Who do you want with you? I mean, at the end of the day, we're trying to make a decision on a kid. I always say to him, all right, we're in a bar fight. Who do you want? Do you want him or you don't want him? I mean, let's just cut to the chase. Well, Jerome's the guy who'll start it. That's the guy I want. I mean, he'll actually start the fight because that's his energy level, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm not trying to poke fun. I think it's a good thing, and that's the fire where we're looking for, the passion.